If you feel your arms and shoulders during or after kettlebell swings, it could mean that you're using these muscle groups to lift the weight rather than the hips, which is where we want that power to come from. Lifting in this way will rob us of some of the lower body training adaptations that we want to get from kettlebell exercises, but it will also be much harder. You can see here I'm lifting 8 kilos with both arms, and it's a little bit of a challenge, and the kettlebell is sliding down through my palm. Even if you're using a little bit of hip movement here, you might find that the kettlebell still drops in the hands. You can see it sitting slightly lower than my hands. This dropping can be mistaken for a weak or slippery grip, although those things can be present as well. A quick way to test it is to swing the kettlebell like a pendulum, like this, and if it's dramatically easier than what you're doing in a swing, then that probably means you are not using enough momentum on your actual swing. You can see that my body shifts forwards and backwards to complement this movement, which is very similar to how we move in our kettlebell swing as well. This momentum is why you see some people swinging a kettlebell with one hand or switching hands in between each swing. It's because that power from the hips makes the kettlebell come up weightlessly, and at the top it's just floating, so you can change hands without it falling straight away. The way we use this momentum is by timing the bending and straightening of the hips with the movement of the kettlebells. You can see what I'm doing here is having a few swings with the arms, and then when I feel ready and the arms hit the inside of the thighs, I'm driving the hips forward to start that movement. This is very similar to the way you push someone on a swing in a playground, where all the pushing happens at the back of the movement and then they swing their way to the top. You can use this same tactic every time you start a set of kettlebell swings by starting with the kettlebell on the floor in front of you. When you take the weight off the floor, it should instantly swing back to meet your center of mass, and as your arms touch your hips there, you fire the hips forward again. That way every rep starts with that hip movement rather than with that arm movement.